Hello, welcome to my Good Life Meditation video. My name is Kurt, and this is a daily activity that I do to remember my life objectives and principles, and to see how I did with the last 24 hours, and to prepare for the coming day. I want to say welcome to new subscribers. Also, I want to let you know that although I'm in Japan, I'm in a Japanese convenience store. This video is not necessarily about Japan, it's my personal diary. So you're welcome to watch, leave comments as you like. I do talk about sensitive subjects sometimes, so be aware that things aren't always necessarily flowers and roses because like I said, this is a diary, so I talk about the good stuff and the bad stuff too, the challenges. Mostly this isn't a record of what happened, but mostly I'm trying to pick out from the day, yes, from the last 24 hours, where I had challenges. Hello, good morning, Missy Boo. Hi. I'm trying to pick out from the day where I had challenges and then try to examine how I did with those challenges. And I just remembered one, just a second here. All right, so, and I want to thank my supporters like Missy Boo here. Hi, Missy Boo, you're being a member. Thank you very much for buying my coffee this morning. Missy Boo, I am at Lawson Station this morning, where I used to come back in the winter when I first got here. I decided to come back here for change. Oh, new backdrop. Yeah, it is. Hi, Dan. Yeah, it is. It is. It's a new old backdrop. It's where I used to. And hi, DT. And it's where I started this endeavor. And I'm thinking more and more as the days are starting to get lighter. Maybe I might start doing this somewhere else, even not even at the convenience store. Maybe at a park or a shrine or something like that. So look for possible, really mixing this up, or maybe even from my own garden or from my own balcony. But there's something about coming to the convenience store, having the Japanese atmosphere, hearing the sounds, the cashiers, all that stuff. It really kind of it's my atmosphere for doing this now. You know what I mean? But I might mix it up. So anyway, now I've got the disclaimer part all done, let's get started, and the thanks, of course, done. Let me get started. So let's talk about the last 24 hours. It's another instance where I couldn't pick anything out. Remember, what I'm looking for is where I stumbled yesterday. What incidents happened where I stumbled and had to and had to right myself somehow. And frankly, it simply didn't happen. Yeah, I'm having increasingly more of these PEF days. I call them PEF, peaceful, easy feeling days. More and more, and I think it's because my life is getting out of the line sight, the crosshairs of challenge. That's a dangerous place to be. Let me see if I can elaborate on that just a little bit. As hard as it is to have challenges in life, the challenges are the stuff I think that keep us nimble. I won't extrapolate to anybody else. Keep me nimble. The challenge is when I'm challenged by something and I have to think my way through it and exercise my principles to stay on my toes. I think that that's like working out. It's like lifting weights. It keeps keeping the muscles fit, but up here. Now that I'm retired, I can sequester myself away into life circumstances, like in the garden, just at home, or choosing to do just what I want to do all day long, and I'm not as challenged. The things that challenge me have to come out of the blue. Whereas when I was working, I would be given on a silver plate challenges from my boss and say, fix this, here's this problem, make this happen. And I would have to find a way to do it. I don't have that anymore. If I spend the whole afternoon literally in the garden, nothing happens throughout the day except I might, poke myself with a rose thorn or something. Not much challenge in that. So I'm enjoying the fact that I'm having fewer of these challenging days, and the PEF days are increasing, which I think is a boon of retirement. It's one of the things to enjoy in retirement. At the same time, I recognize that I won't be, my mind and my skills for handling difficult stuff will likely not stay nimble if I remain like that. I don't know if that's something that I want to keep, if I want to stay that course. what's it like? I've known a lot of old people who are kind of decrepit in their capabilities to interact with the world, and I think maybe it's because they go down that course. Interesting. Now, there's lots of things I could do about that, right? I could engage more with the world. I'm sure that, some people that might see these videos might say, well, why don't you just get active? Why don't you involve yourself more with the world? And I'm not complaining that I'm missing that necessarily. I'm enjoying this PEF experience. But that kind of stuff, that engagement, I'm the guy that wrote Going Alone, right? So I think that might, although the punchline of Going Alone is not to be alone. The punchline is to come back. Oh, speaking of that, I do want to comment on something about that. Someone recently, do I want to comment on that? I may be trespassing on that person's privacy. Nope, I'm not going to do it. So I'll leave that alone. So let's just go back to it. Yesterday was another PEF day, and I really enjoyed it. And maybe I'm overthinking it, but I'm aware that I'm a little bit cautious about the fact that this is happening more and more often. That I come to this session and I got nothing to say. I got nothing challenging happened, except one thing. There was one thing. There's a website called Akia Mart, and Joey and Take are the owners of that website. That's the website that I used to find our house that we bought here in Japan. And I got to know the owners, and they basically gave me a free account because I would talk about their website on LinkedIn all the time, how great it was. So I feel appreciative of that, and I'm trying to set a goal for myself to go out and find houses on Akia Mart here in our area and feature them. So yesterday, I wrapped an adventure around a mission to go to Yui to find and showcase a house that was for sale in Yui. Get this, the house is $3,000 US. It's a $3,000 house, and there's not even a realtor involved. You can literally pay $3,000 to the owner of the house, and the house is yours. It's about a 10-minute walk to the train station in Yui. Yui, by the way, is my favorite place in all of Japan. And not that I've been to a lot of places, but Yui is a great place. It's about a 10-minute walk to the train station. It's on the old Tokaido Highway, the most famous road in Japan. It's fully furnished. It doesn't appear to be in terrible condition. It's like if you took a snapshot of the Showa period, which is 1926 to 1989, and like they take a snapshot of the typical Showa era house. If you're familiar with Japanese anime, maybe the Chibi Maruko's house. That's what this place is. Literally, I think you could and this is, don't quote me because I'm just going off of the photos I saw on the inside and what I saw walking around the place yesterday. You could literally spend a weekend cleaning this place, and it's eligible for minpaku, which means that you could buy it and list it on Airbnb. Now, given that it's in Yui, which is one of the most, and it's got an incredible view of Mount Fuji, right from the neighborhood there, you can see Mount Fuji, and the ocean's right there, but the highway's there too, and the train, so it's a little loud. You're paying $3,000 for a house after all. But you could literally, I was telling Yumiko yesterday, you could spend a weekend cleaning this place up, pay out your $3,000 to the owner, get the place, spend a weekend cleaning it up, list it on Airbnb as a Showa era experience, and people could literally, traveling through Japan, could stop at Yui Station, walk to their minpaku, and stay the weekend there. You can rent it out for up to 180 days a year on Airbnb. I visited that place yesterday. Now, because I wanted to film it, and I did. I made a video for it, and I'm giving that video to Joey and Take at Akia Mart. I won't list it on my channel unless they don't want it. I produced the video already, and I sent them an email and said, hey, I got this, and I visited a house. You want to list it on your YouTube channel? Trying to help the guys out, right? Anyway, while I was there, I had to park. Now there is the old Tokaido Highway, but to actually find it's a little hard to find. Once you find it, you're simple. I had to kind of park in an out-of-way place, and I had the flashers going on my car. I wasn't in anybody's way. There's no traffic on that little road I was on there, and you could just drive right around it. I walked around the house, and it was so Yui. The neighborhood is just so Yui is crisscrossed with all these little footpaths everywhere. It's a pedestrian community, and just character everywhere. And when I came back to the car, there was an old man and an old woman peeking in the window of my car, and I went over and talked to them, and they picked me out, and they wanted to just to see what was up, right? And it's like community watch, right? They got the neighborhood radar on. Now, what that told me though, and this is if I'm searching for something that I have to do, I find a good emotional reaction, right? If I reacted well, things. This was a case where it was totally unreasonable. There was no need for them to do that, but I stood out, right? The car was there. I was in their neighborhood. I could talk for an hour now about what Japan is like, what the small communities are like, and when you come there, you really stand out. I reacted well. As I was approaching them in the car, I remembered I'm in their territory. I'm parking in a strange way, not legal, but not in anybody's way. Kurt, you are in the wrong. Come up and just simply apologize. And they weren't even looking for an apology. They were just curious, right? And so they were asking me stuff, and I thought I'd give them something to talk about. So I told him, I was just walking around. I said, I'm thinking about buying a house over there. And their eyes went like this. What? You foreigner thinking about buying a house? I thought, okay, it'll take about 10 minutes for that rumor to circulate through the neighborhood. I'm sure they'll be talking about it all week. The foreigner that dropped by with a little white dog, parked his Jimny on the street, is looking to buy somebody's house, because maybe they don't even know that house is for sale, because like I said, there's not even going through a realtor, and there's no sign or anything like that. That was it. That was all I had. Yesterday was a fantastic day. I created, in the course of that adventure, look at all these videos I did. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I made 14 videos yesterday. 2 weeks, perfect. 2 weeks worth of videos from that one. I just spent the whole morning. I was home by 1:30, and I included lunch in there. It was a great experience. And while I was down there, I was down by the harbor. A fisherman, I struck up conversation with a fisherman. He called me over. He was cleaning fish, and he sliced up some sashimi, handed them out to me. I got fresh sashimi right off the boat. We just sat there and talked and had sashimi. It's a great day yesterday. And then I came home and I worked in the garden, and I didn't overdo it, and I'm feeling strong. Yesterday was a great day. Okay, as for the creed, it consists of 8 objectives as follows: to be always ready to die, to make good and effective use of time, to develop and maintain good and sound life principles, to cultivate good emotional reactions, to perform good actions relative to my creed, to do just one thing at a time, and do that thing slowly, deliberately, and carefully, and to keep my balance. Whoops, I forgot one. Oh, to recognize my true limits and true opportunities. There you go, there's 8. Okay, as for today, I have no plans other than to work in the garden pretty much all day. Just take advantage of the spring weather before the rain comes this evening. That's all I'm going to do. Okay, let's see if there's comments. I already said hi to Missy Boo. Hi, Missy Boo again. Dan, I said hi to you earlier. Hello, DT. Hello again. Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Good morning, Kurt. Hello to everyone. Missy Boo says hi to Michelle. Mog. Hi, Mog. Good morning, Kurt. To you, Kurt. Always great to catch you live. Love the gardening stream you did earlier in the week. Work has to be beat this week. Almost Friday though. Have a great day. Oh, work is beating you up? I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's the working life. I was talking to the clerk here at Lawson Station this morning. He's a young man from Nepal, and he works the night shift, and he goes to school. He's graduating, getting his degree here, and so he works all night. Then he'll finish. He works from 10 o'clock in the evening until 7 a.m. in the morning. Then he'll go home, have breakfast, sleep for 2 hours, and then go to university until the afternoon, sleep another 2 hours, and then come 2 or 3 hours, and then have dinner, and then come here and start all over again. He gets 2 to 4. He gets 4 hours of sleep a day scattered throughout the thing. Amazing. And he's the happiest guy I've ever seen, because he said he's He's got his dreams. He's 26 years old. He's got his dreams. He's supporting his family in Nepal, and he enjoys living in Japan. It was really nice to talk with him, and his English is really good. Michelle, and it says to Missy Boo, hope you have a good day. You look like an old Tony Hawk. I could, thanks. It's the first Tony Hawk reference I've got since I come back to Japan. I would get that in my softypapa 1.0 days. At least once a month, I would be told I look like Tony Hawk, and that I sound like. Well, people say I would sound like a cartoon character, but I can't remember who. Hello, hi. I can't pronounce that name. Oh my gosh, is that Russian? Are those Russian characters? I don't even know how to make those sounds. I'm sorry, I just don't know. Hello to you. Missy Boo says, and you, Michelle. That's nice, you guys. Good morning, Kurt. Hey, Heather's Heather. Hi, Heather. Mara Mighty. Hi, Kurt. Hope you're well. Thank you. Evelyn. There's Evelyn. Oh, message rejected. Evelyn, longtime friend of the channel and supporter. I appreciate you, Evelyn, and everybody. Mog, wow, hats off to that guy. I too am 26, and that's admirable. It's almost 10 p.m. here for me, so off to bed again soon. Been a long week. Yeah, Mog, I'm rooting for you, Mog, and I appreciate all your support and your advice as well. I know you've been very helpful to me in the past with some challenges over on the Discord server. Thanks. Anyway, everybody, I think look at that. The sun is almost here. So I think I'm going to sign off for now. And thanks for, Mog, you mentioned about the garden stream. I think I'm going to be doing that every day. Just turning the dang camera on, letting the camera run. I enjoyed it. It's fun. Marmighty, have you felt the impact from the market problems with your retirement planning? See you later. Well, you bet. So yeah, but mostly, yeah, I felt it. See you later. Heather says, see you later. Mog says, great stuff. Looking forward to seeing Kurt. Thanks, Mog. I wish you all the best, everybody. Have a wonderful day, and be safe, but not too safe. Take care.